So today we'll be talking on Dhyanabindu Upanishad. Dhyanabindu Upanishad. See the what it stands for. Dhyana and Bindu. Dhyana means meditations. Bindu means at a point. So meditations on a specific point is known as Dhyanabindu. And which Upanishad explains that? That is called Dhyanabindu Upanishad. So let's see some introductory part regarding this Upanishad. This Upanishad belongs to Krishna Yajurvedaha. Belongs to Krishna Yajurvedaha. Last Upanishad we have discussed like Yoga Tattva Upanishad, Yoga Kundalini Upanishad, Shweta Shatra Upanishad. All these four yogic Upanishad belongs to Krishna Yajurvedaha. If you have not seen those three Upanishad plus this, I will keep the card. You can get here. You will get in the right side of your side. Here you will get here. Dhyanabindu Upanishad. Dhyanabindu Upanishad. The central concept of this Upanishad is called Dhyana, meditations. Mainly focusing on meditations. How one should get indulged with meditations. Through meditation, mukti, moksha or samadhi, liberation. That concept we need to look here. If question by chance ask the main concept of Dhyanam in which Upanishad, they will give options like here Nadabindu, Dhyanabindu, Mundaka Upanishad, Shweta Shatra Upanishad. The answer should be Dhyanabindu. Okay? So you should think about that also. Now let's understand the Vishaya, main topic regarding our NET exam. These are the 5 main topic given. Like Dhyana Yogasya Mahatvam, the greatness of Dhyana Yoga. Mahatma means greatness of Dhyana Yoga. Second, Pranava Sarupaha, the Sarupa, the features or characteristics of Pranava. How to pronounce, what are the things under that we will be looking at. Plus, Pranava Dhyana Vidhi, the procedure of Pranava Dhyanam, how one should do. Sadanga Yoga, 6 limbs of yoga, we will be talking. And Nadanushandhanena Atma Darshanam, the Atma Darshanam, self-realizations through Nadanushandhana, concentrating on the subtles and subtle sound by adopting some asana or some pranayama. We will be looking. So these are the 5 main points we need to look under this Upanishad according to our NET syllabus. Confused that this only the NET? No. This only the Upanishad? No. Upanishad explains so many things under this Upanishad. But what and all our NET, they ask NET exam purpose, that only we will be looking at. So it's purely based on the NET syllabus. Okay. I will try to convey whatever my knowledge is there, whatever I gather from different books and on source, I will put in here so that you can prepare for your UGC NETs very nicely and you can clear NET and GRE. So practice. Open your book, pen and write the notes. So total chakram, in this Upanishad explain chakrams are 4 in number, total. Actually you know in yoga they explain 7 chakras, Kundalini Yoga also, including Sahasradhara. But in this Upanishad they tell us about 4 chakras. What and all? Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura and Anahata or Hridaya. It's easy to remember. First 4. Hridaya they what use? Not use Anahata, I only use Anahata. But what use? Hridaya. Hrid chakra they use. So Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura and Hridaya chakra. 4 chakra. You can get the answer from here. Less. Okay. There is no number for asana. How many units are there? Like 84 lakhs. How explained in Granda Samhita, Sivena Kathitani cha. Okay. Chaturashiti Lakshani Sivena Kathitani cha. Like. So there are that much of asanas are there. But Pramukhya, main, they explain these are the 4 asanas. What are all 4? Siddham, Bhadram, Simham and Padma. Remember the order. Last Upanishad in Yoga Datta Upanishad we discussed first Siddhasana, then Padmasana, then Bhadrasana, then Simhasana. But here in this Upanishad it's separately different, quite different. Here explain the order is like Siddhasana, Bhadrasana, Simhasana and Padmasana. This sequence may ask in exam. Okay. So each every point you should keep in mind. Please make the notes point to point. Siddhasana, Bhadrasana, Simhasana and Padmasana. And what and all 6 Anga Yoga, Sadanga Yoga, we know commonly Asana to Samadhi. It means Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. These are the 6 are called as Sadanga Yoga. We will be talking later. Now here explain Omkara. And the Omkara means Pranava. It is having Ashta Anga. We will be looking 8 limbs of Omkara. Chatushpada. Pada means the legs of Omkara. We will be looking. Trinetram. 3 eyes of Omkara. Tristhanam. 3 places of Omkara. Pancha Devatam. 5 Devata of Omkara. Okay. So you should very clear with this Ashtanga 8 limbs. Question you ask. Ashtanga Yoga, Ashtanga Omkara. Explains in which Upanishad, or Chatushpada of Omkara, Pranava. Explain in which Upanishad, Trinetram, Tristhanam, anything, Panchadevata of Omkara, Pranava. Explain in which Upanishad. Your answer is Dhyanabindu Upanishad. We will be looking in details later. And how many nadis explains here? 72,000 nadis, but among the 72,000, 72 are most important. Among the 72, 10 are very important. Then 3 and at the end, Shushumna. Same. Explains here 10 pranas are there. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana and Naga, Kurma, Krigala, Devadatta and Dhananja. Common. Plus explain here Ajapa Gayatri, like Hamsha Mantra, Soham. We know Soham also Granda Samhita tells like Hamkarena Bahirjati Sakarana Vishatpanaha Shashratani Sahasrani Ekavimshatihi Ajvanamba Gayatrim Jivajapati Sarvada. In Granda Samhita it explained. So means Hamkarena Bahirjati, it goes Hamkara. Ham means it goes out. And Saha means comes in. Like so hum. So comes in, hum comes, goes out. So that explanation there. Okay. 21,600 times. Like our normal breathing per day. That range they explain. So at every time you should feel that. Means so inhaling while inhaling, so exhaling hum. So hum. Okay. Plus explain here mudras are only explained 6 mudras only dictated here. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, Yoni Mudra, Maha Mudra, Khechari. So it's very difficult to detect the mudra from that sloka mantra. But still I made for your easiness to understand easily. So sloka or mantra you cannot understand where Mula Bandha explained, where Uddiyana Bandha explained. It's very difficult. Congested is explained. But for your easy purpose, easy event or betterment purpose, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, Yoni Mudra, Maha Mudra and Khechari. Plus here one key point you will get here, Hridaya Kamala. In Hridaya Kamala they explain there 8 dik. Dik means direction like east west we know, and 8 varnaha, 8 colors. Okay. So here our topic will start here. First topic like Dhyana Yogasya Mahatvam, the greatness of Dhyana Yoga. So please concentrate here. What is explained here? By Dhyana, Aneka Janma Krita Papa, Sailavat Papam, Vinashati. This question asked 2 years back. Like Sailavat Papam, sins like mountain or hills, it can overcome by practicing what? By practicing Dhyana Yoga. That concept explained in this Upanishad, Dhyanabindu Upanishad. So, but by Dhyana, Aneka Janma, let me change the color of this, then you will get. Aneka Janma Krita Papam, that is Vinashati, it will destroy. Aneka Janma Krita, not only 1 birth, 2 birth, 3 birth, Aneka Janma, more than, there is no number for that. Ashankha, incountable now. So for that purpose, if you practice Dhyana Yoga, that will overcome. And there is no greater practice than Dhyana. No greater practice. Like Nadanushandhan also explained like Nada. There is no greater practice than Nada. Nada Sadrisham Layaha. In Hatha Pradipika also explained in the first chapter. So there is no better laya, mergingness, getting one like nada. So here also explain dhyana, there is no better practice than dhyana in this Upanishad. Plus explain bija aksharat. Bija akshara means the bijam, like ram, vam, hum, vam. Okay, all this bija akshara of omkara will be looking regarding the Panchamahabhuta is great. Bindu. Bindu is greater than bijakshara. And nada is greater than bindu. It means bijakshara is little down, above part if you go, you will get bindu, then little above you will get nada. So this direction it goes. So this is the greater. Which one is greater? Nada is greater. Okay. Everywhere it tells na nada sadrisha laha. Same thing explained in Hatha Pradipika also. So this is nada is very important, very great. Then this one is called bindu. This also you should keep in mind. And this one is last one is called bijakshara. Like in every mantra we will practice bijakshara, ram, bam, tham and all. Okay. Question will ask the bija, bindu is greater than what? Nada, bijakshara, pranaba and all this kind of option will give. Then your answer should be bindu is greater than bijakshara. Plus next point explain here, jiva, ishvara and niranjana parabrahma sarupa. The features or the characteristics of jiva, ishvara and niranjana brahma. Explain here, take a hair and make it one piece, means 1 lakh piece. If you are having the hair in your head, just take that one piece of hair and just convert into 1 lakh piece. For example, this is one hair. Okay, I have to make it. See, this is one hair. This is hair. I have to make it 1 lakh piece like this. Like this. If I do like this, for example, this is 1 lakh. Okay, this is my hair. This is the hair. I made it 1 lakh piece here. From this 1 lakh piece, one single piece means, for example, this one. This piece is known as jivaha. See, among those pieces, the single piece, single one means you made here 1 lakhs are there. Any single piece, I am taking this one. That is called jivaha. Jiva means the individual soul. This is one single piece. Again, from this single piece means the jivaha now. This is called jivaha. This one single piece, again I have to make 1 lakh. From this jivaha, again I have to make 1 lakh like this. I made here 1 lakh. Among this 1 lakh, one single piece, for example, this one, that is called Ishvaraha. That only telling here. From that dividations, what I divided into 1 lakh. Okay. From that one piece means already divided into jiva 1 lakh pieces. Here the jivas were 1 lakhs. Among this 1 lakh in a single piece. See, one piece of jiva. I am taking only single piece. This one, jivaha. Again make it into 1 lakh piece. Again you have to make it 1 lakh. Again I made, see here jiva is here. I make it 1 lakh like this, like I made 1 lakh. Okay. Again among these pieces, the single piece is called Ishvara. It means this single piece is called Ishvara. Okay. This is called jiva here. Jiva is there. This is called hair. This is the hair. I made it into 1 lakh piece. From this one single piece, if I take, that's become jivaha. Again, this is the jivaha. If I split into 1 lakh pieces like this. Again, from this 1 lakh, one single piece only. That is called Ishvaraha. Means very subtlest. Among this, again Ishvara, from Ishvara to, again I have to make it 50,000. Remember, 50,000 piece. Like this, not 1 lakh, 50,000 piece. Among this 50,000 piece, if I take only single one, that is called Brahma. Okay, Brahman. This is called Brahman. That will explain here. From that divided one piece of Ishvara. See, Here already divided Ishvara from this single one piece here, means this one. If I take here again, make 50k means 50 lakhs, sorry, 50,000. Okay, 50,000 say here, 50,000. This is again, if you take among this 50,000 one single piece, that is called Brahma. See, those pieces only one single piece, single only, that is called Brahma. Only one single piece, not two, not five. So what is showing here? See, try to understand here. I think you are with me. This is first one is called one piece of here. This is here. If I split into 1 lakh piece, and among this 1 lakh I am taking one single piece, that is called Jivaha. Then from this one small Jivaha, if I split again into 1 lakh, like this 1 lakh piece, again from this 1 lakh if I take one single one, that is called Ishvara. Again from this Ishvara here, if I make into 50,000 pieces, 50,000, 50, small pieces, among these 50,000 one single piece is called Brahma. It means very subtlest is Brahma, and the gross one is called here Kesha. So that much Brahma is very subtlest. If we take our here, we cannot understand here how it is. There Brahma, how we can tell this? Very subtle. That's why Kathopanishad explains like Anara Aniyan Mahata Mahiyan. It's very subtle than the Anu molecules. Okay, I think you clear with this part. Question will ask from there. Be clear. Okay. Now see here, again it explains here. Pranava Sarupaha. The Sarupa of Pranava. Like in the second part in our syllabus, the features of Pranava. See, Pranava is Trayatmakam, Akara, Ukara and Makara. Here Ardhamatra, this one Chandra, that is not included, remember. And we need to look based on these things. Lokaha, specific which loka is present in which matra. Vedaha, Devaha, deity. Gunaha, quality. Varnaha, color. And Bhutaha, which Bhuta present into that particular matra. So here Akara, if you see, Akara matra loka is tells here Prithvi and Vu. Ukara lokaha Antariksham and Vu. Makara loka is Do and Chva. You should by heart in this direction. Okay, don't by heart in this. No, by heart this direction. It will be easy to remember. Okay, lokas are Prithvi and Bhu, Antariksham Bhuvaha, Do and Svaha. Come on, easy. What are the Vedas? Top 3 Vedas: Rig Vedaha, Yajurvedaha and Samavedaha. Okay, please make the point, otherwise you will forget. Okay, Devas are Pitamaha, Janardana, Vishnuhu and Maheshwaraha. Okay, Guna level, Rajoguna, Akara, Ukara is Sattoguna and Makara is Tamogunaha. Varna level, Pita Varna, Pita means yellow in color, yellow. Sweta Varna, white, Ukara, and Makara is Krishna Varnaha. Okay, and Bhuta level, Agni Bhuta is here, Akara, Ukara level, Vayuhu, Makara level, Suryaha. So you should be clear with this. This table is very much important. Question may ask, like in Pranava, Swarupa, in Pranava, the Pitamaha is related to which color? ABCD option will come. Your answer is Rajoguna. Janardana is Sattoguna. Janardana Vishnu. Maheshwara is Tamoguna. Very clear with this. Which Veda is related to Vishnu? Then answer is Yajurveda. Okay. Or Ukara related which Veda? Yajurveda. Which Bhuta is connected to Makara? Answer is Suryaha. Or which, like Bhuta means not only Panchama Bhuta, this here includes Aditya, Surya also. So please make the point. This is a very important chart for you. Plus next point here explains under the second point only the characteristics of Omkara. Omkarasya angani. Angani means the limbs of Omkara. You already explained like Ashtanga, Chatushpada, Trinetram, Tristhanam, Panchadevata and all. Now we will be discussing here. Ashtanga means explained here Akara, Ukara and Makara. Akara, Ukara, Makara, Nadaha, Vindu, Kala, Kalatita and Param. Okay. This is not explained in mantra, remember. Explained in some other commentary. Mantra only explain the Ashtanga, Chatushpada and all these things. Okay. So explain Ashtanga is Akara, Ukara, Makara, Nada, Bindu, Kala, Kalatita and Param. Chatushpada, Chatu means 4. Chatushpada are explained here 2 types. One is called Vyashti Paraka and Samashti Paraka. Vyashti means it's a separate. And Samashti means collective, together. Like if you go to again Vedanta Sara, they explain 2 types of Ajnana. Vyashti Ajnana, Ajnana is to Vyashti Ajnana and Samashti Ajnana. Collective and separate. So explain here Chatushpada of Omkara is Vyashti Paraka and Samashti Paraka. So let's see what is Vyashti Paraka. Explain here Vishwa, Taijasa, Pragya and Turiya. I repeat once. Vishwa, Taijasa, Pragya and Turiya. You will get this same concept in Yoga Tattva Upanishad, Yoga Kundalini Upanishad plus Mandukya Upanishad. Should be clear. Samashti Paraka means when it's together. Virataha, Sutra also used to say Bijaha and Suryaha. I cannot explain the English meaning of all these things because in exam you will get these things only. Virataha, Sutratma, Sutra, Vijaha and Suryaha. Chatushpada of Omkara under Samashti Paraka. Very clear. Please make the point. Trinetram, Jnanam, Ichha, Kriya Shakti. Jnanam, Ichha and Kriya Shakti. Knowledge, desire and activeness to work, activity. Tristhanam, Jagrata, Swapnaha, Shushupti. Tristhanam, 3 places. Jagrata, Swapna and Shushupti. Plus Stula, Sukshma, Karna Sarira. This also included under this knowledge. Okay, so these things you should be very clear with this. Jagrata, Sapna, Shushupti, Stula, Sukshma, Karna Sarira. Plus Panchadevata. Panchadevata is the same thing. It's also explained in Siva Yoga Deepika, like Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara and Sadashiva. Okay, like if you keep here Akasha, Panchamahuta, this is Vayu, this is Akasha, this is Vayu, this is Teja, this is Apaha, Prithvi. Apaha, Teja, Apaha, Prithvi. Yes, 5 are there. So this way relations is there. Like Brahma will be here, Brahma, Vishnu will be here, Rudra will be here, Ishvara will be here, and Sadashiva will be here. So you should be very clear with this also. Okay, question may ask from this part also. I may mention so many Upanishads. So the Panchamata will be in descending order. First Akasha this way. You have to give Akasha, Vayu, Tejas, Apa, Prithvi, and this way Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara, and Sadashiva. Same concept in Shiva Yoga Deepika also. Okay. Plus explain here most of the Upanishads same concept explains, including Mundaka Upanishad also. Pranava Dhyana Vidhi. How Pranava should be meditated. Dhyana. How one should do. Same mantra explains in Mundaka Upanishad like Pranava Dhanu, Sara Atma, Brahma Tad Laksham Uchyate, Apravatyena Vedabhyam, Sarvat Tanmayo Bhavet. Pranava is the Dhanu. Dhanu means arrow. Sara is the, Pranava is the Dhanu means bow. Sara means arrow is the Atma. And Brahma is the aim. For your easiness, I made this picture. This is called the Pranava. It looks like a Dhanu, Rama Dhanu. Okay. Pranava is the Dhanu. This is. Sharha is the Atma. See, this is the arrow. This is called as the Atma. And Brahma. This is called Brahma is the Laksham, aim. So through this practice, you need to reach to Brahma, the ultimate aim of this Brahma Prapti. So that concept explains here. Pranava Dhyana Phalam, the result of Pranava Dhyanam, what do you explain here? Akara. Three matra explain Akara, Ukara, Makara. Akara, Ukara and Makara. If you do Dhyana of Akara, what will happen? Akara is the Hashva Angsha, Hashva, like Hashva, Shwara, Dirgha, Shra and all. Hashva Angsha, Dirgha is the Ukara and Ardha Matra is Bakara. Okay. Here explain Akara meditation. If you do Dhyana on Akara, it helps to Papa Dahanam. Papa, the sins. Last Upanishad in Yoga Tattva Upanishad we discussed the Ardha Matra. It means this Chandra that will help to overcome the Papa Nasha. Okay. But here explain this part means Akara Rupa, which is Hashva Matra, that is helps to overcome the Papa Dahanam. Ukara, that is helps to Akshaya Dhana Sampada. Akshaya means Na Shayate iti Akshaya. Shayate means there is no any kind of determination. Always be stable. What? Property. Dhana Sampad. If you do Dhyana on this Ukara, continuously Dhanam will be there in your family with you. Okay. See, Dhana means so many things Dhana will be there. Property, different types of property, name, fame, all this. Okay, jewelry, all comes here. Makara. Makara is called Ardha Matra. If you do meditate on that, that will give the Moksha Dayakam, Moksha. Another name of Moksha is that only. Kaivalyam, Samadhi, Apavarga and so on. Nirvana. So while you pronouncing in meditation, Om, the extension, if your aim is to get Moksha, extension should be more. Okay. Makara should be extended long. If your aim is to get name, fame and money, property, all these things, then Ukara should be extended long. Okay. If your aim is to get the Papanasha, then this should be extended more. Okay. But usually the aim of yoga is Samadhi. Moksha means in during pronunciations out of 100, we extend Makara is more. Means out of 100%, Makara will be pronounced more than 55 to 60%. Like the proper procedure will be like this. So this way they explain this concept. Okay. Plus explain here, Dhyanam must be done in the Hridaya Kamala, heart place, heart, Hridaya Kamala, very auspicious place. And then Karnikayam, Karnika means the dalam or the petals, Hridaya petals, there will be here some petals will be there. Okay, petals are also there. Hridaya Chakra, how many petals will be there? We already discussed here. In Jyotisha Rupa, Angushta Matra, the Atma is present there. Angushta Matra means like a thumb. Katha Upanishad, Mundaka, everyone tells same things. Angushta Matra Akaraha means it is present in the heart region. That is called in modern biological term we can tell as this is as SA node, SA node, synovial node, which is the main responsible for the heart pumping, heart beating. That is called the Angushta Matra. The size is like Angushta, small, very small. That is called the Brahma. Okay. Already our technology means Indian concept already explained 1,000 years before. But now modern system, maybe 100 years before, they are telling SA node is the main part of the heart. But already told that time, our Brahma is the Angushta Matra. And Pranayamasa Devata explains here. This will be slide now. Devata explains here. Pranayama means Naishuddhi Pranayama during Naishuddhi. Here which Pranayama explains here? Naishuddhi Pranayama explains here. Puraka is a Brahma, means you are inhaling through left, means Brahma. Kumbhaka holding the breath, retention of the breath, Vishnu, and exhaling through right nostrils, that is called Rudra. So Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. Inhalations, retention and exhalations. Okay. But it will be different, slightly different will be there during your practice. Here the gods or devatas are present Okay, mean it's present during Puraka, Brahma, and during holding present Vishnu, and exhalation time right side it's Rudra. Okay. Plus here in Hridaya Kamala 8 petals are present. But see, if Muladhara, if you see, Muladhara consists how many petals? 4. Swadhisthana 6. Okay. Then how much? Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura is 10. Anahata is how much? Anahata is 12. Vishuddhi is 16. And Agya is 2. That we know normally. This is 16. Sorry, 10. Okay, we know all this. But here explain here Anahata level means this level explain 8 petals. This is the key part. I don't know why they told like this, but they explain there are 8 are there. 8 petals. So question will ask from here. Which Upanishad explains the petals numbers of Rit Chakra or the Heart Chakra, Anahata Chakra is 8. But you will get confused. We read 12 are there, but here explain 8. Which Upanishad? Dhyanavindha Upanishad. Be clear. And inside that 8 petals, like inside means you can tell like this is the Anahata Chakra. Petals are like here 8 explain here. I cannot be Upanishad. 3, 4, 5. I am not good at painting. How many over? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over. And this is 8. 8 petals are there. In this middle part, Madhya, middle part, what is there explained? These are the things present. One is Surya present, Chandrama present, Agni present, Deepti present, Pithasthana is there. There Vasudeva, Bhagavan Vasudeva or Vishnu you can tell present, who is called as Srivatsha, Kaustumbha Mani and Mani Mukta Yukta. Srivatsa means you can tell Srivatsa means like a turban, who is holding, who is wearing a turban. If you see the Sikh Punjabi, they will be having turban on their head. So that kind of things. In movie also you used to see Vishnu is holding like that. And Kostuma Muni, that meaning I don't know what is Kostuma Muni, maybe it's precious stone or something. And here Mani Mukta Yukta, in his heart and in his throat, Mani Muktas are there, like a chain. Like chain which is made of the Mani Mukta like this. Okay. So try to understand this part. Here, like Rit Chakra, here only in the middle part, everything is there. Like if I open this Rit Chakra, like this part one, this, so many things will come under this. It looks like jalebi. See, here the middle part here, the Vasudeva is located here. This should be your Pithasthana. This should be your Deepti, that lighting will be there. Okay, this should be Agni. This should be Chandrama. See, and at the end this should be is Surya, sun. So this way the explanation has given. Okay. Question are asked like Vasudeva is holding or he is wearing Srivatsa, Kostuma Mani, Mani Mukta Yukta, and one more option will give. Which one is odd? Then you have to choose the odd one. So Srivatsa, Kostuma Mani and Mani Mukta Yukta. This one confusing part explains here. So during pranayama, which devata must be meditated? Okay, already earlier explained like inhalation time Brahma, retention time Vishnu, and exhalation time Rudra. But here something contradictory explains here. During pranayama, Naishuddhi pranayama only, they are also explained Naishuddhi only. Naishuddhi pranayama, one must meditate on some specific god. Where? It explains here. During Puraka, Nabhisthala, while you inhaling Nadi Shuddhi, according to this Upanishad, inhaling during Nadi Shuddhi, you should concentrate on navel part. The color of Vishnu is Krishna Varna. Okay, You should not get doubt. In this Upanishad only explains during the Omkara Dhyana. Okay, here this concept regarding to Naishuddhi Pranayama. Okay, an earlier topic we discussed regarding the Omkara Dhyana. There explained the color of Vishnu is Shweta Varna, white. But in case of Pranayama, while doing Pranayama, the color of Varna of Vishnu is Krishna Varna. Okay, and Chaturmukha Mahavishnu, who is having the Chaturmukha, four directional, and first four faces are there. Mahavishnu. Okay, easily you can remember Mahavishnu is located where? Navi. We know. And Krishna Varna. Puraka. During Puraka you should think. Rechika time what you should do? Hridaya, heart region. Rakta Varnaha. Rakta. Okay. Rakta Varna. This is common. There are also in meditation part also in Omkara. If you see here, if you will to remember the part here. I think here. See. This part. Pitamaha means name not told, but told like Brahma. There is no name like Pitamaha, but you can think as Brahma is Rajoguna. Okay. Same thing explains here. See Rakta Varna, Hridaya level. Pitamaha. See. Pitamaha is there. Brahma is explained here. Rakta Varna. Same as there in Omkara Rupa meditations. Hridaya Sthala. And during Kumbhaka, see this concept regarding the, you should think, you should meditate on that. But earlier topic they explained, yeah, during the Naishuddhi, they are located. Brahma is located into Puraka, means left side. Vishnu is Kumbhaka level, Rudra is Rechaka level. But during the practice of Naishuddhi, you should think, you should meditate on particular. During the Rechaka, you should think about the Brahma, who is present into Hridaya Sthala, heart region. And the Varna is Raktavana, red. And during Kumbhaka, Lalata, skull level, skull. Okay, forehead also you should tell. Shweta Varnaha. Okay, but in Omkara Rupa meditation, it explained Krishna Varnaha. Here is Shweta Varnaha, Trinetradhari Shivaha. Okay, Trinetradhari Shiva, Rudra same. So, be clear with this. Question will ask from this part. Very important part. Plus given one more example regarding the Omkara. Example of Omkara Pranava for Kundalini awakening. How one should awake the Kundalini. That example is given here. How? Ardhamatra of Omkara as rope, Rashti, Sushumna as pipe, and Kundalini as pond. Pond means Jalashaya. For your understanding purpose given here, like this is one Jalashaya. Okay, here waters are there. That is called Kundalini. And this is called big pipe. Okay. This is called Sushumna. Inside the Sushumna, if you do Omkara Rupa Dhyana, that sound will reach to this middle part of Sushumna. Okay, like a rope. Like how you take the water from a well, rope. You can take the, for example purpose, that well is the Kundalini, and that what's called that wheel, that is called the Ardhamatra, and that bucket, sorry, that wheel, that what do you call, that rope is called as, you can tell here that things, I think you are getting my point. Pipe is called that Susumna, and Ardhamatra is known as the rope through which you are pulling that, or you are taking that water. So what is telling here, during practice of Pranava, the sound of Omkara, Auma, the Ma will return for a long time and it reaches to the middle path of Sushumna. Sushumna is the Madhya Nadi. Ida is left, Pingala is right, and middle one is called Sushumna. And last 2-3 Upanishads we have seen, inside the Sushumna also, there are few nadis are there, like Chitra, and we discussed in Yoga Kundalini part, there Saraswati Nadi is there during Saraswati Chalana. Okay, so you should be clear with this. Question you will ask from this part, like arrange the left and right side. This side they will give like Ardhamatra, Sushumna and Kundalini. This side Ardhamatra, Sushumna and Kundalini. Right side they will mix something like pond, Jalashaya, pipe, rope, all these things. So be clear with this. Plus explain here Brahma Nivasa Sthala, the place of Brahma, where Brahma is located. Explain here the root of the nose to middle of the eyebrow. Root of the nose to middle of the eyebrow, which is called as Amrita Sthana. Question will ask the Amrita Sthana. What is Amrita Sthana? The answer is it's the from nose to middle of the eyebrows. For example, I given here. See here nose. The place of nose is this is. If you see here nose, and the eyebrow is here this part. So this is the part. Okay, eyebrow and nasal part, the middle one, this part is called the Amrita Sthana, where the actual nectar is there. Amrita, we know the concept of yogic concept Amrita. Okay, that is called the Brahmasthana. Brahma is located. Okay, this sometimes we used to say this also Brahmasthala, Brahmarandhra, means Brahma will opens through this, goes there. Atma will goes to some other body through this way. Okay, so you should keep in point here. So this is the first part of this Upanishad. Next part I will be discussing in next class. If you have any doubt or any query, let me know. Till that, thank you.